Hey, how's everybody doing today? I am prepping for something I haven't done in a long time, and that is shoot a wedding. Um, so, my little sister's getting married tomorrow, and she wanted me to do it because she knows I used to shoot weddings and everything. So, I am gonna do my best here. Hopefully, I do a good job for her. Running into some crazy issues though with the COVID 19. It's a wedding of 10 people. So there's no bridal party. It's the couple, the parents of each side, and grandparents are going to be there, priest and me. So I'm going to try to be creative, I guess, and see what kind of shots we can get. So, anyway, here's the equipment I'm bringing. Doing kind of a combination here of digital SLR and mirrorless. Mirrorless I've been using pretty exclusively for the last year or two. I'd say year, and it's been doing really well. But I am the digital SLR from Nikon is kind of an extension of my hand, so I don't want to limit myself at all with the mirrorless. I did shoot the rehearsal tonight on the mirrorless. Then I came back to charge batteries, wipe memory cards, get all the gear together, and go from there. So this is what I'm bringing. We've got the Fuji X-T3 with the vertical grip, the 16 to 55 f2.8 lens, which is an awesome lens. It's like the 24 to 70 2.8 on the full frame, but that's not a 24 to 70, but this is the equivalent of that lens, just quite a bit lighter and a bit more compact, but incredible optics. If I had one lens to do any job, like if I was shooting this whole thing with one camera, one lens, it would be that lens right there. And that means it would have to be this camera probably. So I got the vertical grip, so there's 3 batteries in here, 1 in the body, 2 in the grip. They're all fully charged. I doubt that'll last a wedding because I just started shooting a few shots. These batteries burn up so fast. I was shooting tonight and I burned through one battery like immediately and went to the second battery. So I got all 3 charged. I'm not going to charge during the wedding. That's why I brought this guy. So the Nikon D810. It does have better image quality. You can enlarge bigger just because it's higher resolution. It's full frame. It almost gives you too much detail for weddings because you have to touch up things that you never wanted to touch up. You get a resolution on people's skin that's unneeded, let's say, but it'll make for good enlargements. Anyway, I'm bringing the Sigma 24 to 105 zoom. I like that because it's VR. You get stabilization in it. I have the Kirk Enterprises L plate to connect to the tripod on this one. On this one, I might just use handheld, or I have that kind of generic plate there to screw into the bottom of it. Flashes, I'm using a Godox for the Fuji and the Nikon SB 800 with diffuser for the Nikon. The Nikon 800, I have a 900 also, but the 800 always works great and I know how to use it really well, so I usually just use the 800. It's got plenty of light. This Godox, excellent value. I mean, that thing spits out really good light and it feels solid. It feels like it was made well. That's the TT685 for F for Fuji. I have a extension cable. I don't have a flash bracket anymore to get the flash up high, so when I need it, I'm just going to hold it up in the air with my other hand while the camera's on a tripod. Because you want to get the flash away from the lens as much as possible, especially on a longer distance shot. You'll get red eye. But because red eye is a reflection of the flash on the back of your subject's retina, essentially. and the further the flash from the lens, the lower chance of that happening. Anyway, so for additional lenses, these are just two kind of like standard zooms. I have the 35 f2, and I've got the what is this? The 35. I forgot what this even is. I think it's the Minicon 35 f.95. So this is like the 50 millimeter lens, but it's a 0.95, so I can get super shallow bokeh. It's manual focus only, and it's really heavy, but you can get some really cool, creamy background effects with it. So I was gonna bring that. I think I don't think I need both because these are both 35s. So I'm thinking that I'm probably gonna bring the manual focus one and play around with that. Although the smaller one's quite a bit lighter, but it's an f2. Anyway, then the king of the lenses here. This is for the portrait shoot in the park when I got the bride and groom and some nice scenery. This is the best portrait lens in the world, right there. That thing just creates magic. You shoot with that, and it's just magical. I have not found anything in crop sensor camera that can touch that lens right there. Anyway, the rendering just so beautiful on it. Also bringing the Milvus 35 f2. These lenses are pieces of art, though. They're the what do you call it? The lettering is all etched out, and then they fill it with enamel. I mean, they're made like fine watches or something. This is an f2. This is a pretty low element count lens. Should have some pretty nice rendering, and it's a little bit lighter than my Sigma Art. Although I think the tests I've done, the Sigma Art lens is sharper than that one, but still very nice lens. That thing is a tack driver, sharp as can be. Anyway, Low Pro Photo Trekker AW for all weather is the bag. I usually carry a Billingham, but all this gear is not going to fit in my little Billingham Hadley Pro, so I haven't actually used this bag in a couple of years. I've got some, in each camera, I've got 64 gig compact flash cards in each. There's a Sony 299 megabit per second and a Lexar something, I don't know, 150 megabit per second, let's say. Both fast enough for the cameras. But I do have some backups just in case my card fails in the Nikon. It can also take compact flash. These are some old cards, but they'll still save some photos on them. So that's just a backup. Anyway, that's what I'm doing. Thanks for watching, and everybody have a good one. Take her easy.